Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are on episode 4 of our Road to College Football 25 series. If you're just joining for the first time, we are running through a full high school season in NCAA 14, College Football Revamped, in order to see what star ranking we can get for our recruit, and then we'll carry that over into College Football 25 when it releases next week. We are coming into the season still undefeated here, so 2 games left to go in the regular season. First up is Marysville with a 6-1 record, so should be a tough game. Let's go ahead and jump right in. First things first, we're going to be returning a punt here. Defense does their job again, as they have all season long. And we're going to take this and get immediately taken off of our feet and flattened for 0-yard return. So not the best way to start the game, but we can bounce back from that. We've bounced back from worse previously. I'll tell you what, playing this mode again has been so nostalgic for me. I'm sure, like many of you guys, I have continued to play NCAA 14 for basically the entire time that it's been out still. Really excited about the new game, but this one will always go down as one of the classics. Getting back to Road to Glory mode, and especially playing through the high school season, has just been awesome. So first drive, we find ourselves in a 3rd and 1. We're going to get back on the ball right away and just run another handoff inside. And I think we have 2 lead blockers there. Not really sure what type of formation that is, but either way, we'll pick up the first down. Moving ahead a little bit. We finally have an off-tackle handoff. I don't know what it is about the high school play calling, but it seems like every single play is a stretch, a halfback screen, or a dive up the middle. It does get a little bit frustrating because, as I'm sure you guys remember and have seen in this series, blocking is not great in NCAA 14. Hoping that's improved in the next game. And then here, Steve is actually going to throw what I think is his first pick on the season. So obviously we have not been throwing the ball much because we've been spamming the run all year. But Steve, his luck has run out and he will turn it over. Luckily the defense bails us out again though. Dive up the middle that will actually bounce outside, and this is today's theme, these little shoestring tackles on the edge when we are just about to break a big run. These are so frustrating. It seems like, you know, defensive ends just have like the ability to match your speed and dive, and right when you think you're about to break away, you get tackled right at the edge. So here we'll pick up a quick 8 yards for a first down, keep the drive going. Almost at the end of the first quarter, and we still haven't scored yet. Obviously, offense has been putting up some pretty great numbers so far this year, so I'm not too concerned, but would really like to finish this season undefeated if we can. So, up 3-0. Last drive did not end up amounting to anything, and we'll find ourselves in a 2nd and 10. I shake that guy off, hit the weight room, brother. 12-yard reception, pick up a first down. A little bit further on, just over a minute left in the half. We've got 17 carries, only 49 yards for just under 3 yards per carry. But this one, we will find a gap. O-line actually gave us a hole there, and we're going to find our first touchdown of the day with less than a minute remaining in the first half. So I think what I'm figuring out, and kind of as I'm shaking the rust off here, is the juke moves are not super effective unless you're doing kind of the quick little back and forth cut. So I decided to just start using the left stick more for most of my elusiveness here. Another 6 yards on the ground. That'll bring up 3rd and 1 on our side of the field now that we're in the 3rd quarter. And OC's favorite run play, a power O handoff to the strong side here. Tight end will get his block. I'm actually going to hit a different gap, but we'll still pick up the first down. And now, our favorite play, the jet counter. Will it continue to work in today's episode? This has been getting us touchdown after touchdown and these huge gains on the ground. And no, we're taken down in the backfield for a loss of 3 yards. It looks like opposing defenses have studied some film here and are catching on. Great block there, and we will actually make the corner, or maybe that was the safety, look a little bit foolish, and we'll take this one in for an 18-yard touchdown. So now up 16-0, pending the PAT. We've got just under 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, so if Marysville is going to make this one interesting, they're going to have to figure something out pretty quick here. But defense does their job yet again, and we'll get the ball back with less than a minute left in the 3rd. And I tell you what, receivers are open by a mile on most of these 4 verts play calls, but Steve must be starting to really like us in the passing game, and we continue to get these little checkdowns for 10, 15 yards. Going ahead a little further, our favorite play yet again. We barely get this one off before the quarter ends, but we do find our gap. This one will not make it all the way for a touchdown, but we will give 27 a stiff arm there and put him flat on his back, pick up 37 yards on the ground to end the third quarter. And just for good measure here, I'll show you this. Doesn't even really look like I made contact with the stiff arm. That just might be some NCAA 14 jankiness, but I'll take what I can get. We are on Heisman after all. Stretch play to the right. Another 10 yards on the ground here. Looking like this one is kind of in the bag, but you never know. All it takes is a couple 4 verts from Marysville to make this a whole lot more interesting. Another first down, huge hole. Safety saves a touchdown there at the 5, maybe 6 yard line. I know I mentioned this in the last episode, but I am so excited to begin my Road to Glory career in College Football 25. It's fun to run. Obviously, it's not the most realistic mechanics in NCAA 14, as we take in another touchdown there. So I am super excited to see what hopefully will be a little bit more true to life running mechanics in the upcoming game. The Matt Nagy play call here, the draw on 3rd and long, and we will actually convert it. 10 yards there when we needed 9. We've got 37 carries, 188 yards on the ground with just over 2 minutes left in the fourth here. Looking like we'll run away with this one and stay undefeated heading into the last game of the season. Coach Reed there back in high school, apparently. And we'll finish with 43 for 204 and 3 touchdowns, also a couple of catches, and also got our first tackle of the season off the Steve Merca pick in the first half. So 23-0, that takes us to 8-0 heading into the final game of the season. We'll also see how that impacts our offers. A lot of these D1 programs are starting to offer us. Obviously, we have kind of pick of the litter here on where we want to go. But like I mentioned in the last episode, an offer is not the same as getting early playing time. And we did not go to D1 to ride the bench. So we're not going to pick a school commit here in this game. We will wait and see what's available to us in College Football 25. But the good news is this will also make us officially a 5-star recruit, I believe. So Oklahoma, Ohio State, and Notre Dame showing some love. We're going to go with the Sooners. Not a big fan of OSU, as I already mentioned, and no love lost for Notre Dame either. So big week 9 here. Harper Woods is coming into this game 8-0. So 2 undefeated teams heading into the last game of the season. And they are up early 3-0 with just under a minute left in the first quarter. We're going to get a reception and then get demolished by the safety there. 17 yards, and that'll give us a fresh set of downs as well. And as we're getting more comfortable in the passing game, I'm also starting to see a few more of those plays that seem to work really well, and this one has been paying really big dividends for us. So we get caught in man against the corner there, and because the receiver went in motion first, we are able to burn our man and catch a pass wide open for a touchdown to take a 6-3 lead, maybe 7 if we hit the PAT for once. All right, just under 4 minutes left in the first half. We're up 7-3. 1st and 10 here, dive up the middle. We'll cut left, cut right again, and pick up 9 there. So 2nd and 1 coming up. 9 carries for 18 yards, so the bulk of our rushing gains for the day so far came on that play. Things are not going super well on the ground. Now, first I think this is just a crazy overthrow, but then we see 81 come in and catch this for, I think, an 80-yard touchdown here. So Gio Saria making Steve Merca look good, burns his man, and we are going to take a 14-3 lead and then even get the ball back here. Probably a 3-and-out from Harper Woods. So a chance to go up by another possession here. as the second half runs out. We'll catch another one of these checkdowns and spin cycle, pick up a few extra yards. Steve now 5 of 5 for 164 and 2 touchdowns. Not even halftime yet. Find me a high school QB putting up those types of numbers. Pretty sure this should have been an offsides on the D. Either way, we're going to run our own hot route, pick up another 13 yards. We'll have to hurry up at this point. Clock's ticking. 15 seconds left in the half. We are on the 20. And I'm going to run my favorite route here. Can we get in? Not quite. We will shed 1 tackle, but they'll get us at the 3. And I think we settle for a field goal on that drive. Second half now. Stretch handoff to the right. Shocker. We'll cut back in, pick up 9. 17-3, and we are playing to remain undefeated in the regular season. 33 with a great block on the safety, but 23 on D is actually going to catch us. We stiff arm him, but he holds us up for just enough time for reinforcements to arrive there, and we do get tackled out of bounds. That'll help, though. Pretty rough game on the ground so far, so thankful that we're catching a few passes. And then following my blocker there, I think if I made maybe a little bit of a cleaner cut, we might have been able to get away there. Either way, we're going to skip ahead because not much happens in this game. We will take in a touchdown. I was getting destroyed so badly on punt returns in this game that I just started skipping them, and then wouldn't you know, our guy actually takes one to the house. So 39 carries, 148 yards. I think we finished with 3 total touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 receiving, and then the punt return touchdown. We'll embarrass Harper Woods to remain undefeated here. 38-3, closing out the end of the regular season. 39 carries, 148, 1 rushing touchdown, 96 receiving yards as well. I think that's probably our best receiving game, and the Sooners like what they see. They give us an offer at tailback. I'd be surprised if we end up committing to Oklahoma, but it never hurts to have some additional offers. And then West Virginia, Washington State, and Wake Forest also showing some interest. So we have officially done it. Undefeated regular season. We've got a 5-star recruit. We know what level we'll be coming in as when we start College Football 25 next week upon full release. In the next few episodes, we'll be playing the high school playoffs as well. Big game against Norton Shores to begin. And then taking a look at our offers, Oklahoma, Georgia, Michigan, Oregon leading the pack there. Could see us really ending up at any of those schools as long as we are able to get early playing time. Obviously, Michigan probably not going to be letting us hit the field early with Donovan Edwards, but you never know. Either way, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really excited to wrap up this series in the next few episodes and then get started on College Football 25 next week upon full release. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.